Hey everybody, I'm Bill, the Hill Country Prepper, and I want you to be informed so that you can be prepared. So hit that subscribe button and also that notification bell. The US Bureau of Reclamation on August 16th declared the first water shortage ever for the Colorado River. Now this comes as water levels in Lake Mead, the nation's largest reservoir located near Las Vegas, Nevada. It was noted this past May that the water levels have fallen below the critical threshold of 1,075 feet, and the lake is currently below 40% of its capacity. Now the Colorado River and many of its tributaries flow into the lake, and the lake has fallen over 130 feet since the year 2000. Now this is believed to be the result of years of drought and also due to a lack of snowmelt coming off of the western slope of the Rocky Mountains. Now the Colorado River is one of the principal rivers in the Southwest. The 1,450-mile river starts in central Colorado, flows through parts of Utah, then into Arizona through the Grand Canyon before it enters into Lake Mead. At Lake Mead it turns south and flows toward the international border before it empties out into the Gulf of California, located between Baja, California, and Sonora, Mexico. Tributaries into the Colorado River come from Wyoming, Colorado, Utah, New Mexico, Arizona, and Nevada. Now I'm including a link below to the U.S. Geological Survey Streamer webpage. Now this application helps visualize and understand water flow across the United States. Now with it, you can explore the major streams and rivers in the United States by tracing upstream or downstream to where they empty. Hey, if you guys find this information helpful, go ahead and press down on that like button. Now with this declaration, cuts to the water supply out of Lake Mead will begin in early 2022. And those affected first in this first tier of restriction will be farmers and the agricultural industry in Arizona. Actually, those farmers are preparing to have the water supply cut off completely by 2023. Now this will affect the state's production of nut, citrus, fruit, and produce. So we can certainly expect to see some effect on the food supply as a result of that. Of course, if there's a scarcity of food, food prices are going to go up. If these restrictions continue into Tier 2 and Tier 3, it is expected to see restrictions on municipality water supply to cities such as Phoenix, Tucson, and Las Vegas, Nevada. Now this has the potential to impact nearly 2 million people. Hey, leave me a comment below if you've recently experienced a disruption in the water supply. What happened? Were you prepared? Did you have some water setback? Let me know. Now, what are the suggested actions from water officials in states like Colorado and Nevada? What are they telling people to do? All they're saying is use less water. Conserve the water that you have. There's no suggestion of rainwater collection or recycling. There's no one mentioning building retention basins or improving and building new reservoirs. There's no push for home or business catchment systems. Now keep this in mind. 1 inch of rain falling onto 1,000 square foot roof will accumulate 550 gallons. That's something to think about. How about collecting the condensation that comes off of home and business AC units? In my old house, the condensation off the AC units used to come down a PVC pipe out the back of the house, and we would stick a 5-gallon bucket underneath it and collect almost 5 gallons a day and use it to water the house plants around the patio. Unfortunately, the house that we're in now, it has a drainage system, and it drains directly into one of the sink drains and goes down into the sewer. However, the company that I work for, they do have a condensation collection system off of the air conditioning unit, and they're actually able to use that reclaimed water for irrigating the property. Now this includes the grass and the lawns, but also a large number of trees. And what about atmospheric water generators? Travis, the family man prepper, He has a real good video on this, and I'm going to put a link to it up here. Regarding this water shortage, they're really not coming up with any solutions. It's like they're saying, do with less and like it. Now you guys have heard that statement before. That comes out of the Great Reset crowd. Beware. Now don't get me wrong. We should all be conserving as best we can all of our natural resources. But let me tell you this. Those that pay for their water, they're going to conserve it. Those that have their water subsidized or get it free through some entitlement program, they're not going to because they're not paying for it. Now right now this crisis is affecting those in the Southwest, but something similar could easily come to you. They are declaring a water shortage in Florida right now due to people not getting the vaccination. According to CBS News, let me read this to you. A flood of COVID-19 cases in Florida is leading to a water shortage in Orlando, with the city asking residents to cut their usage for at least several weeks to conserve resources for hospitalized patients. A surge in hospitalized patients in the state is creating a regional shortage of liquid oxygen, the Orlando Utilities Commission announced. Liquid oxygen is also used to treat water, and its diversion to hospitals is straining the region's water supplies. City officials are asking residents to stop watering their lawns and washing their cars to save water for COVID-19 patients. Wash your car and you kill a COVID patient. Now, liquid oxygen is used in the creation of ozone, and ozone is used in the treatment of potable water. That much is true. Now, what is impacting the water supply where you live? Do you have enough water on hand? Do you have some set aside? Or do you have a way to get some fresh water? What about water purification? Are you prepared in that area? Don't put this off, folks. Do your own research and get what you need. Make sure that you're not left high and dry when the water runs out.